Jane Child, Don't Want to Fall in Love. And we're having a bit of a controversial disagreement over this, aren't we, Neil? Because on our system here, it says released in 1990. And you said that's a great 80s track. And then the information you've got in front of you is 1989.
It says 1989, but it's one of those years, I suppose, that goes across the year, isn't it?
A bit like the past 18 months that we've had. This is like 1 year.
It started in 2019 and suddenly it was 2021. Yeah, so they carried over quickly, didn't it? Yeah.
So we think it was possibly recorded in 89 and released January 1990 is what we're going with.
Yeah.
It could be completely wrong.
Well, the album was released, it says here, because we're not ashamed. We'll internet check this kind of stuff. It says it was recorded and the album was released in September by Canadian singer. Mike could like that. He likes a bit of Canadian stuff, doesn't he? Loves it.
And he's in the studio now, setting up for Saturday Night Live, all the best classic rock. He didn't see you waving to him.
I know. He's head down. He's a man committed to work, you see. That's how I committed anyway. So, right.
Well, you should be getting yourself all sorted, all ready for Saturday night in the mix, because we're going to be doing that in a few moments' time. But first, you were talking so much about Roy before. You forgot to mention what you were doing on tonight's show. So talk us through the mix then. What have you got in store for us?
Well, I don't know what order I'll play them in yet, but I've kind of got them here. So
haven't made a plan, just going to go with the flow.
Well, that's how we roll. You know, you never know what's going on from minute to minute. We've just got 4 tunes, haven't we, that we can smash together. And being that it's Eurovision Song Contest next week. I
didn't, but yes, it makes sense because we are in May, even though it feels like we're still in January.
It feels like December or something, doesn't it? So I've got a song called 10 Years, which is by, I probably pronounce this completely wrong, but I think it's Daddy Freyr, who is Icelandic. And they should have been last year's entry, and obviously it was cancelled. So they're back this year, quite quirky actually. Hot Chip remixers do quite a lot of work with them, remix their songs. So I've got their song, their actual entry to the Eurovision Song Contest. I can't actually believe I'm saying this. It sounds as camp as Christmas, doesn't it? But it's a very, very good song, and I think that it will do very well.
So you are going to make me broadcast a Eurovision song on my show?
Yes.
Okay.
The Icelandic entry.
What about the British entry?
Well, I think it's rubbish. Oh. I'm not a fan, honestly. It's absolutely... I get shot down for this now. I think it's awful.
Is this not the same guy from last year as well? I did read something.
Yeah.
I think, he might have been a previous entry again.
No, I think you're right there. I'm wondering, see, 'cause this is how little I know about the... They might have just said to them all, come back next year. Yeah.
With something bigger and better.
We've moved your ticket, but because it was with EasyJet, it's cost you an extra 25 quid. Change your name. Change the date. But
you're going to get me into trouble.
Oh, am I?
They're supposed to pay for those sorts of things.
Oh, right, okay, yeah. Other airlines doing the same
are available.
Thing. Yeah,
maybe, sometimes.
So we've got that. There's another great tune knocking about at the minute called Strand Bar by Todd Terje. Terje, it's French. And that's a great tune. Very, very uplifting. I've started playing it in the club on Saturday night. And at midnight, it seems to kind of start to take the roof off the place. Very, very good. Very good. So I'm liking that. So I thought I'd entertain you all with that tonight. The Real Thing by Tony DeBart.
Because they're coming to the Isle of Man on the 16th of October.
Well, the song's The Real Thing. But yes, it's similar. And that's coming back out on Cleveland City Records. I think it gets a release in 2 weeks' time. But it's doing the rounds at the moment on promo. And it's a great, great song. And it's going to be a big one, a big nightclub smash. Again, there's a lot of reworked 90s songs at the moment coming back. And Want Love, Hysterical Ego, on request. I'm getting requests now on a Saturday.
And you've got a request from one of our very own. And he doesn't, he didn't send me a request. He didn't text me or, tweet or anything.
Direct.
I know.
He said,
we'll be having words next week.
I think it will be. He's in a lot of trouble with you, Kerry, I tell you. So that's the 4. And if we manage to squeeze a couple of extra minutes, then, so be it.
Okay, well, I may give you a couple of extra minutes if we stop talking now. So, coming up for you next, he needs to get his body around the table a bit here, ready to set up for Saturday Night in the Mix. It's up in 2 minutes' time.